Hey friends, welcome back to Big Nate's Whiskey Lounge. My name is Nate, and tonight we'll be doing a bottle that just recently came out and I am super excited about. I've been looking to find it in my area. Turns out I'm probably not going to be able to for a while. However, another WhiskeyTube channel, Whiskey Encore, which is Cheech Ardolino. Those of you that are involved in WhiskeyTube may know who Cheech is. Cheech is probably the most famous moderator. In other channels, he's Bourbon Junkies and plenty of others. But he has his own channel, and it's called Whiskey Encore, because he usually comes on after a lot of channels. And as far as live streams goes, usually come on after them, and he'll kind of close the night out. He usually does stuff later. So a lot of people that are in the US, especially more toward the East Coast, tend to miss him because he comes on typically about midnight or so and goes later. However, if you get an opportunity, definitely check him out. Again, that's Whiskey Encore. Encore also is a play on the musical term. Well, not really term, but we associate it with music. Cheech is a successful drummer, and as a bass player, I do give a nod to the second most important instrument in the band. I won this on his channel in a giveaway that he was doing. This is going to be Jack Daniel's 10-year. I am super excited about this. Again, I said I was going to be looking for it in my area. Probably not going to be able to find it for at least a few months. And so I was super excited to win this on his channel. Thanks again, Cheech. And yeah, so again, this is Jack Daniel's 10-year. Jack Daniel's has not done a age-stated whiskey in over 10 years. And I apologize, let me look. I did pull up some notes here real quick because I want to be sure. So on here, on the back, it does state who the master distiller is, which is currently Chris Fletcher is the new and current master distiller over at Jack Daniel's. He took over within the last year or so, and it's really kind of cool to see the direction he's going to take it, the distillery, and especially with age-stated stuff. Like I mentioned, it's been over 100 years since Jack Daniel's has done an age-stated whiskey. So it's really, I'm super excited. And also another channel, the Podcask, Podcask, that would be Will and Grease. I'm actually wearing one of their shirts. Check them out. They had an interview with Chris Fletcher about a month ago or so. You can check them out on Whiskey or on YouTube. You can also check them out as a podcast on Spotify, Apple, wherever you get your podcast. You can check out the Podcask. And they interviewed Chris Fletcher, and he kind of alluded that he's going to be doing some really cool stuff in the near future. So this is 10-year-old Tennessee whiskey. Technically bourbon. Don't tell them. So it's Tennessee whiskey, which is essentially all the components of a bourbon with the added benefit of the Lincoln County process, which is a charcoal, maplewood charcoal filtration process that kind of mellows out the whiskey and gives it the unique Tennessee flavor. So again, it's 10 years old, which if you watched my What is Bourbon video, 10 years old means that it's the youngest barrel involved. If you're thinking about old number 7, I believe Chris Fletcher mentioned that that's approximately about 7 years old. So but that's not age stated, and this is age stated at 10, which is really cool. And it comes in at 97 proof or 48.5% ABV, which is comparable as far as proof goes to the single barrel select. Not the barrel proof, but the regular single barrel select, which I do have a bottle back there. Now, my brother-in-law, Jake, is a big Jack Daniel's fan, and I bought him a bottle of the Single Barrel Select for his birthday back in July. And quite frankly, I was hoping that this would hit our area before Christmas, because I was hoping to get him this for Christmas. Probably not going to happen. Sorry, Jake. I'll probably share some with you, and we'll see if we can get you a bottle maybe for your birthday next year. Right off the bat, that is a very nice color. I'm very impressed with that color. I'm super, kind of a burnt caramely color. Super impressed with that. I can already smell it from here, and it smells fantastic. Okay, yep. Oh. I picked up what a lot of people picked up on Brown-Forman products. Now, Jack Daniels, for those who don't know, is their parent company is Brown-Forman. So Jack Daniels, Old Forester, Woodford Reserve, those are all owned by Brown-Forman. And a lot of people say that they get banana on this. I am definitely getting banana on this. I don't like banana, but I'm not off-put by this. And again, apologize if you can hear the fan. I know you can. I'm still working on it. I'll figure it out someday. Banana, burnt sugar, maybe a little caramel. Again, I said caramel. I say caramel in real life, I promise. I'm not that refined. Oh, it smells good. Maybe a little bit of almost kind of like a cherry. Maybe like a stone or a pitted fruit kind of. It smells fantastic. Again, it's not a heavy proof. It's at 97, so it's not destroying me on the ethanol level. So I'm able to pick more out, and also that's a great looking bottle, isn't it? Really great looking bottle. It's similar to the single barrel and the single barrel proof and the single barrel rye. And it's similar, but not the same. And I'm looking forward to that. I really like that. So let's give this a taste. I'll be honest with you, as soon as it hit my tongue, the first level almost was like water. For some reason, my first thought as soon as it hit my tongue was, ooh, this is thin. It's not... As somebody who does drink a lot of whiskey, and you can see that behind me, proof is something I have been acclimated to, so sometimes when something comes in a little bit, when it's under 50%, sometimes it does hit thin. But the taste, after the initial hit of, ooh, water, thin, I did get the banana note on the taste. It's a dull caramel. It's very good. This is really good. It's been a while since I dipped into the single barrel or the single barrel proof. What do we say? JDSB, JDSB BP. It's been a while since I've dipped into those, and I'll have to give those. I'll have to pit them, at least the regular single barrel against this, because I think they're the same proof. So I'll have to pit them together and see which one is better. Keep in mind that the single barrel is more likely to be closer in age to the old number 7, about approximately 7 years or so, whereas this is 10. So that'll be an interesting comparison. Let's give it another taste. Kind of cherry, but kind of a cough syrupy cherry, which I would have hated when I was a kid. It doesn't bother me now. And again, after I said I thought thin on the first, like as soon as it touched my tongue the first time, I didn't do that the second time. It was really good. Highly, highly, highly recommend it. I honestly do not know. I think the cost is about $80, and I apologize if that's wrong. That being said, I guarantee you that within the next couple of months, you're not going to be able to find it, because right now it doesn't have a secondary market because it's so new. Give it a couple of months, it'll gain a secondary market, and you're probably going to see over $100 for the bottle, if it's not already over $100. I'm getting floral too. I'm trying to... I'll show you guys what I'm looking at one of these days. If you guys are fans of the pot of Shelf Turds, they have a like a tasting board that one of their patrons created for them. I purchased one from him, and that's what I'm kind of looking at to try to help me out, because I'm getting a floral note, and he has a category for herbal, which is kind of, I guess, not really getting herbs, but I am getting a floral note in there, and that's really good. But anyway, that's going to do it for the Jack Daniel's 10-year. Once again, thank you so much, Cheech, for sending me this bottle. Check him out, Whiskey Encore. Check out the podcast. Check out Shelf Turds. This was fantastic. If you have the ability of buying it and it's not outside your budget, first rule of whiskey, always stay within your budget. Don't go blowing your money just because you have to get something. There's plenty of whiskey that is worth it. If you need to stay lower, there's plenty of whiskey. Don't go blowing the bank just to have whiskey. But if you can get it, please do so. It is a definite recommend, and I look forward to having that. And Jake, I'll give you a pour. Thanks, guys. I'll see you on the next one. Cheers.